Goodbye, McFarlane, and welcome back, Mattel. If you haven't heard the news, Mattel has regained the master toy license of DC Comics and its characters within a larger deal with Warner Brothers. Does this mean goodbye to my beloved McFarlane Toys? Not exactly. Let me show you a clip from the AiC Podcast that I saw on Instagram Reels.
Here's what I'll say, because there's still a lot of details to be ironed out, and we'll see how it goes. We're still doing it. We're going to be doing it till our contract runs out. It's not like people are acting like the contract's over this week.
No,
it's not true. We still got a long runway before it gets there. But we're going to be in the DC business. Like, that's a guarantee. We're going to be in the DC business. It's going to alter, but we're going to be in the DC business in some fashion, and that's sort of what we're debating right now. And when everybody has those details, will come out. So we're not going away. Okay. We're not going away.
Clearly, all of the workings within the deal are not finalized just yet. Todd says he's been talking to DC and Mattel. I also want to point out that Todd does state he's still going to be in the DC business. If you guys remember, Todd McFarlane's company absorbed DC Direct, aka DC Collectibles, back a little after they had gotten the DC toy license. And no matter who owns the DC toy license, you can always get your DC Collectibles, DC action figures, and toys from Entertainment Earth. So if you want to, use the link in my description below to get yourself some DC figures and just general figures from Entertainment Earth with a sweet little discount. I wanted to wait to make this video because I wanted to know what deals there were and what the whole information is. And clearly it's not 100% finalized yet, but I want to talk about it because I am a McFarlane collector. I do like McFarlane Toys. For as much crap as McFarlane Toys gets, they have done some cool things with the license of DC. We've gotten sculpted ball joints as well as some wired capes, and now they've been doing faceplates. I don't have the faceplates yet, and I do have a figure with a wired cape, but I haven't reviewed him yet. And while some people, and myself included, have some mixed feelings about Mattel and their past with the DC license, I cannot lie to you and say that they didn't start knocking it out of the park at the end there. I was really excited for what they were going to do in the future. Figures like this Red Robin here have pinless joints, interchangeable hands. It has the full range of articulation. Like this splits. Ooh, look at the splits. Oh my god, this was so clunky, but I'm not editing it out. And people do have criticisms for McFarlane about their proportions and things like that. I have the Superman here who has really odd hand proportions, but I think most of the time they do a good job with their overall sculpts. There are definitely some fair criticisms of McFarlane Toys for sure. Like how at Toy Fair they revealed this melanin-less Connor Hot Green Arrow, but I think what they were able to do with the DC toy license was very cool. We had a lot of original sculpting. We had a lot of innovation within the few years that they had the line, like faceplate swaps and wired capes on domestic figures for $22 to $30 is crazy. There was some outdated business practices and some weird wonkiness with what figures would get platinums or gold labels, but overall, I don't think McFarlane did a bad job with the DC toy license. With Mattel, they have history. I've had this guy for a long time, and this is still maybe one of the best Batman figures that I own. So I do believe that Mattel, and with what they've done with the Masters of the Universe line and the WWE lines, I have a little bit of faith that we'll get something really, really awesome. I also think if they really want to be super awesome and kick it to, their competitors, Marvel Legends, make the figures $20 to $22. You can do it. I know you can. Obviously, because Mattel has gotten the line back, they are going to try their damnedest to make sure that they deserve to have this license. So I will not be surprised if those first few figures from Mattel are freaking stunners, man. A while ago, David Bonner, who used to work for Toy Biz and Hasbro at the beginning of the Marvel Legends license for Hasbro, he showed us what a pitch was for the future of DC Multiverse at Mattel, and it looked really cool. And also, I peeped, it did look like some Marvel Legends stuff that we would later get, so maybe they reused it, maybe the same guy sculpted, I don't know. But what I do know is if they keep that energy going forward and the energy they have with some of their other licenses, we could have a really, really solid DC toy line. I do speculate that McFarlane getting part of the Marvel license to produce statues was him playing ball a little bit. If you're familiar with Todd McFarlane, you know he doesn't go down without a fight. You also know he's willing to do some slightly underhanded things potentially. So that was unsurprising to me. And I wonder if that was him going, hey, I might not have DC all the time, but I can still produce some statues for Marvel. As previously stated, Todd did absorb DC Direct / DC Collectibles, so he obviously owns some of DC's toy license or collectible license. I'm not sure if he'll be able to do, wide releases like he used to, but I don't think Todd is going away from DC completely. I also wonder what the hell is up with DC Toys. We can't get a consistent line for longer than a few years. What is up with that, man? However, I'm excited to get DC figures. Hopefully they are 6-inch. That is my preferred scale. I'm so sorry to 7-inch, but I much prefer 6-inch 1/12 scale. I'm hoping that the future of the DC toy license is 1 6-inch and 2 continues to take some of the good that Todd has instilled in the DC license and move forward with it. Let's keep pushing with it. Let's keep innovating. I really, really, really hope that we don't get low budget and low effort figures. But what do you think? Did you like Todd's DC Multiverse line? Did you prefer under Mattel? Did you prefer DC Universe Classics? Did you prefer DC Icons? I love me some DC Icons, and I miss the old DC Collectibles line as well. So what did you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below.